Alright guys, so the first thing we're doing tonight is soldering the capacitor to the tone pot. One leg is going in the middle leg of the tone pot, and the other leg of the capacitor is going directly on top of the tone pot. So let's get that done. I'm going to do the first leg. And my soldering skills could use a little bit more refinement, but I'm trying to get better, so don't hate on me. And we're going to solder directly on top of the tone pot now, getting that leg nice and soldered down. There we go. And I believe I went back and soldered it a little bit more just because we're going to be adding more wires to this area, and it's always nice to have a little bit more than you actually need. So staying with the tone pot, we're going to be soldering our first wire. And as you look at the tone pot, I'm going to be referring to as if you were looking at the legs head on. So the right leg we're going to be soldering. Let's get that done. Cool. Got it. Now you may be asking yourself, where the hell is this wire leading to? And I will tell you, it is leading to the volume pot on the left leg. And as you can see, we're going to solder this into place. But as you can see, there's another white wire coming. You're like, what the hell is that? Well, that is the hot wire for your pickup. And as you can see in a second, it's kind of hard to solder both of them at the same time. So what I'm going to do is take that white wire, get my soldering iron, melt the solder, and push that white wire in there. Right on, there you go. Moving on, we're going to take our hot or positive wire and run it into the indicated spot on our input jack. And just rinse and repeat. You know what to do, just solder it down. So the other end of that positive wire is going to the volume pot in the middle leg. So let's get that soldered down. And you can't see it, but I promise you I am soldering it. There we go. Got it. Alright, it's time for our ground or negative wire. Let's go ahead and solder that on top of the tone pot. Extra solder is going to help. Nice. And that ground wire is of course going to go to the ground portion of our input jack, which is usually the inside sleeve hole, I guess you could call it. But that's usually your ground, so let's get that soldered. And again, you can't see it, but I'm soldering it, I promise. And I'm having a little bit of trouble getting it in there, but we'll get it tacked down. And soldering, soldering, soldering. And we are good. Now here's your challenge for tonight. As you can see, I'm bending one of the legs back onto the pot itself. This is the volume pot, and it is on the right side. Now what you have to do is get enough solder on there to where it provides a connection between the top of the pot and the leg itself. So you're going to watch me, and I'm going to put just a shit ton of solder on here that I probably shouldn't have, but I think it's going to get the job done. just be mindful of this one. It can get messy. Cool guys, so you're nearly there. We got about 2 more connections to make. This is the ground wire for the pickup. And as you can see, I'm just going to melt the original solder from this pot that was already there and just push it in there while it's melted and let it harden. Looks good to me. So our last and final connection is going to be your bridge grounding wire, and this wire is going to be soldered in the exact same spot as your pickup ground wire. Now the bridge ground wire is going to run through your instrument and meet up with your bridge to ground it as well. For additional grounding, you can also run a wire from the exact same spot, another wire, and run it to the top of your tone pot and solder it there as well. Congratulations guys, you just completed a P-base wiring setup. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. Sorry for my okay soldering. This has been late night teching. Thanks for watching.